Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm on for hashtag show us how you organise. So the prompts on last Friday were paper, ephemera and stickers. So I'm going around grabbing bits and pieces from my craft room that need organisation, sorting them out and showing you how I store them. There is no way that I'll be able to get through all my papers, ephemera and stickers this week. But I'm doing bits and pieces that need doing and taking you along. So this is an open collaboration and the co-hosts are Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming and Susan from Susan Hales Art. So I'll link them both down below. So go and check out their channel. So today I did take this photo of this area in the calyx unit that sits behind me. It's a little square right on the bottom. When I'm doing my book hauls at the desk here, I find all sorts of bits and pieces and I turn around and I put them on top of this pink container down here. And as you can see, the pile's gotten quite high. So I thought we'd grab that out today and see what's in it. So I'm a bit scared about this. So this is the pile. Wait, I think there's a few other bits. Oh, I know what they are. You're going to have a bit of a laugh at what you see today too. After me showing you, if you've been watching my previous organisation videos, this one might give you a bit of a giggle because I do have more postcards. So, but I'm hoping that most of them are not ones that I want to put in a book. I've got some in there in an index card holder. They fit nice in there actually. I'm just going to put that to the side because that's not necessarily what we're meant to be doing today, but we will see. So yes, I have this pile of stuff, so let's get sorting it out. So this I got just recently. I think that was one of my last book hauls, the Collectors Library of Australia's Great Books. So I did want to keep that for maybe a reading journal in the future. I know I have some vintage papers put away somewhere and it's not on that shelf. So I'm going to put that to the side in its own pile. Now this is a little bit about Every Man's Encyclopedia. These were the things I found in my last book haul, I think. I've got a receipt from 1981 here for a lever arch folder. Looks kind of old, so I'll put that over with that written ephemera. This is winter cocoa after what? Delicious. Something from seed. I think it's names of plants. Not sure I'd reuse that, but I'll still put it over with my ephemera. Put that to that side. Here's another letter. So these are all things that would have come out of books. Oh, this one's cool. It's from 1939, Dalgety and Company, Carroll Germicide for Poultry. That would be cool for a farmyard book, so that can go over to the side. Now, I do rip out pockets sometimes. I don't know why, because I never get them out looking that good. But yeah, initially I was going to trace around them for a template, but I don't know if I need a template, but I can reuse that in a personal journal though, because I don't mind wrinkles and stuff in my own journals. Here's a receipt, Knit and Stretch Sewing Centre. Good for a sewing journal. That's from 78. This is a photo. I think that's even a relative. So that's going to have to go with my other big photos, which are around here somewhere. I'm just going to put that one right to the side. Now we've got our library cards. I'll put that near the library pocket. This is a little card, like a business card. Got bookmark and a greeting card. So the bookmarks I keep in a separate lot as well. So I'll just put that in its own pile. That's a postcard, isn't it? Yeah. So that will go in the postcard pile, which I'll put across with where our other postcards are. Now the greeting card. Put that at its own pile. That's a business card. Got these dried flowers. I'm going to put them behind me on my shelf. I do have a different area that I keep my dried flowers, so they will go into that. Another postcard. Avalanche. So there's my library pocket. Another one there. Library card. I take out these little due date slips too, don't ask me why. It's another pocket and library card. I'll separate those. I'll put that encyclopedia one with my other big bits of ephemera. Keep those together. Another library card there. Pocket. Oh, that's just a cancelled piece out of a book. I keep them as well because I'm tragic. These are some stamp bits and some of your barcodes. Nice for collaging. Another pocket library card. Now, I keep vintage pages, as you probably know, so these have their own pile to go in, which I might sort with you. Well, you'll see them sometime anyway, but they can go with my vintage pages. There's another pocket. Look at that library card. That's a bit different, isn't it? These are little flip out bits. Now I keep stuff like this to collage over the top of. So that's what they would have been for. So I will put them in a, what have we got here? Some cards. Collage piece. I'll just put them there for now. I've got some more of those cards here. That's just a bit of vintage paper, which would be caught in a collage. So I'm just sorting these into piles for the moment. And then I'll look at them and go, oh goodness, where am I meant to put all of this? So, a vintage receipt. Postcard. Here's some more ephemera of some description from. Does it say? Beautiful writing on this. It's maths. Wish I could write like that. Jeff Page. So that's ephemera. Here's some more of his maths, I think. Have to read that sometime. That's Hans Christian Andersen. I might keep them together. Now these are postcards, I think, too, that I got from a trip I went on a while ago and showed it in a Thrifty Thursday. Beautiful. These I also got at that same shop, I think, for free, which was awesome. And they are music note cards. These pockets, tiny little ones. I love the size of them. And I think it's got a little card in there. I think I'll leave them in there. Bus ticket. Looks like more postcards. See, the postcards like this, I don't think I'd bother putting them into the the albums that I was using, just because they're newer and everything, and in their own little case, they'll survive like that. So I've just got to figure out how I want to store them. Double duty beauties. Divider cards. Just keep that for collaging, I think. Boarding pass. Some plane ticket, or what's this one? About music. Australian Record Club. A name can be a minion to live. It may ensure deep happiness. It is worth, it says trying or something. 26th March, it looks like 50. Oh, 50, yeah. Put that with my ephemera. Postcard, sort of. Oh, are there any in there? No. It's a bit dirty, but it was a vintage strawberry seeds or something. That'll probably go in one of my garden journals. Earnings. The date is 98. Don't think it has too much personal information. I like the pattern on the back though, so that can go in ephemera. This is Italian. 40 sheets of paper. A Scottish passport. Just put that with my postcards for the moment. Another library card, postcard. Looks like a greeting card. It's a photo. That with the greeting cards. Now these are my cards, so they can go with the rest of my cards. So as you can see, I've just been dumping stuff. Some Monopoly money, I've got that stored somewhere. A Theatre Royal ticket for the Secret Garden, that's pretty cool. This has a mix of things by the look. There's some more return date cards. A book plate, I'll put that in a different spot. Library card. Is that a pocket? I think it was once a pocket. Then we've got our due dates and a postcard. Now this looks like plane tickets. That has a few odds and ends in it too. School bus pass. Boarding pass. Flight ticket. Keep all the plane, like the boarding passes and flight tickets I want to keep together. So I've got a few more here by the looks. The photo. House of Clocks. Another photo. And these look like actual cards. So they should go with my cards. Just take these over to where I store my cards. And then we've got, these are postcards of flowers. Beautiful, aren't they gorgeous? Now here we have, oh, these are photographs that have been reproduced and they're train themed. They will probably go in my photo album. These are postcard book, I think. Does it open? Yes. Yeah, one of those flip out ones. Another photo. Oh, these are lovely. I think Carolyn gave me these. Carolyn is Lacey Creations on YouTube. She hasn't been able to do videos for a while because she's interstate working at the moment, but we're hoping that she might be back around Christmas, and so we'll be back into it hopefully next year. I'm pretty sure she sent me all of these and I absolutely love them, and they're postcards. But I think with those I will end up putting them with ephemera for fairy stuff. That's always the dilemma for me. Do I keep all the postcards together or do I grab the themed ones and put them with the other themed stuff? I think that depends on what you might be using soon. So that's a photo card. Put that to the side. Photo. Australian wildflowers postcards. Beautiful. Another postcard. Stuck of library cards hanging out here. Let's stuck onto that. I'll probably just like break that up and use it in some collaging, I think. Same with those ones. Another barcode, travel card. August, Wednesday, the 5th, 1959. So that can go in the ephemera. March, Tuesday, March, 1979. 1990. That looks like a postcard. It's interesting. Another document. What weird, wonderful thing is this? National Trust of South Australia Moonta Branch. Miners' Cottage at Moonta Mines. Opened in 1967. Don't know how old that is. And a postcard. I've got two more of those things and another barcode. Okay, where to start? Well, I think because it's taken up a bit of room, this ephemera here, I'll take out the money because I know we've got a separate spot for that sort of thing. I think I'll get a plastic slip to put those in so they don't get ruined. And they will go to the side because, as I said, I'm pretty sure I've got a container that's got this sort of stuff in, so when I organise that I can add these. And then I'm just going to put our piles together and back to make a bit of room. Now the barcodes. So I have this little tin that I have some weird bits and pieces in, just little bits that come out of books, and I think that's one of my stamped images. That's a paper of the inside of a spine off of a book. Yeah, weird stuff. Just thought it'd be good for collaging. Got some tags in there, end of one of my pianola roll boxes, a number out of a book, a price sticker. Just weird stuff. I'm going to put my barcodes in there, even though I think I've got them somewhere else. They can go there for now. Bus ticket. Now these, I have a container here that has library labels for some weird reason, so it can just go in there for now. As you can see, it's got a whole lot of that sort of thing. Again, I just think they're pretty cool for collaging. So it has some of the stamps that are in the books. Now I think, here we go, this double duty beauties can go in there. And then we've got, see, that's a library one and their barcodes. And then they might all go into a big pot all the same, but just for now, because I know I've got heaps of book pages that I have to go through and take this sort of thing off, so I thought that's why I'll have a separate container for it for now. I also have a container that I keep all the stuff that I want to, all the junk basically that I've kept to cover and collage over to make tags and bits and pieces to put into journals. So I think these cards and these little booklets shall go in there. Now I'm not showing you all the places I'm putting things because you'll see them in other videos no doubt, and it will just take too long. But the main thing I wanted to look at today was this purple pinkish box that all of these pages were on top of. Now I always like to give everything a bit of a dust when I move it out. Yeah. Okay, so I've had this sitting around there for ages. I must start using some of the stuff, but this is where you'll get a giggle too, because most of this is postcards. So I didn't get these out when I was organising the other day because I had so much to do as it was, and I thought a lot of these I probably won't put in the album, but I'm not sure, so we'll have a look. So we'll start with what's at the front here, and that's book plates, which is really good actually because I've got them somewhere else now, so I can put those with the other ones I have. So these are Leonardo da Vinci book plates, which is really cool. So they can go with my book plates. And then looks like we've got some business card type things in here too, but I think these are the plastic ones that I can use for scraping glue and paint and that sort of thing. I've got bingo cards. I've got, now these don't need to stay in here, like fake bingo cards. There's some tags, so that's a bit random. And these little dolly labels. So I think they'll end up going somewhere else because they're not, I mean, most of this is authentic ephemera. So they can go into my hanging ephemera holder, which you'll see another time as well. Then someone sent me these, are they ration stamps or something? Saver stamps, booklet thing with the stamps, which is so cool. They'll be great for collage sometime. I have been hoarding all of this. It's like I said with the postcards and that, I sort of, I'm still feel like I'm quite new at journal making, and I've got a lot to learn, and I don't want to go using all my authentic ephemera willy-nilly. I want to respect it when I use it, and I wanted to get some experience before I start making the vintage journals with this sort of thing. I feel like I'm getting there though. So they can go down there. Then we have, here we've got some aeroplane tickets. Looks like a bit of a mixed bag again, because that's aeroplane stuff. City Council parking ticket. Fuji Museum ticket. I think I'll keep all my travel tickets separate. So that can go in with those ones. And I might even put them in where I keep my travel ephemera. Target badge Pioneer first level. They're like scouts. Explorer, yeah, they are from Scouts. Challenge badge. So, very random stuff. Okay, so I think I'm laughing at my organisation, I tell you. So what? Now, I have my written ephemera in that. This is a handwritten recipe, so I'll probably copy that for recipe books. But for now, it can go in there. This is a bit of music page, but it has this cool embossing, which I wanted to keep. I'll put that to the side. Errata. I think that's written in French or something. That can go in my little tin of ephemera. I know I keep all this stuff, but I do. Hopefully by watching this, a lot of you guys will feel better. So, library cards. Now, we did have a pile of those here, which are... So I don't know if they're going to fit in there or whether we're getting to need a bigger bag. Oh, don't want to warp them, so I think I will take those out and we'll get another bag. Get this one empty. I love the different colours that you get, and some of them are blank, which is really cool. So I've got those. These are my pockets, and some of them have the cards in, only because I like the way they look, having the pocket and the card together, so yeah. Even though they're really scrappy, I just think it's cool to add these to probably the more vintage style journals as authentic ephemera. So they fit in there all right. Then these are my cancelled, or the due date lists. I'm probably not helping people have ideas how to store stuff or anything here. I'm probably just causing trouble for people, making them think that they have to hold on to all this crud that I am holding on to. But why not, I say. It just adds a, you know, there's so many interesting pieces that you can add to journals in some way or another, and it makes you think of different ways of doing things. Now this one's got... Didn't want to rip them, but that one's coming off without being ripped, so that's all right. I'm just gonna rip it off anyway. I actually let those pieces go to the bin. Yeah. So these are postcards. These are really cool because they're wine and cooking themed. These are racehorse themed. I'm not sure, they fit really nicely in here, but I'm not sure if I like it because they do still warp a bit. Hang on, we have some, it says my personal, okay, so there's some tickets, and I was thinking they're tickets of things I've done, but I haven't been to see Mamma Mia. Oh, it's probably one that I did have my stuff in, and then I decided to take my stuff out and put random stuff in there just to confuse myself. I did go to the Mountain Lofty Botanic Gardens, eh? Anyway, I'll put that down with those tickets. Okay, so it looks like we're just postcards now. The postcard booklet things go good in here, though. So we've got that one. Another fold out one off somewhere. Conus. No, Knossos. Must be Greek maybe. Now some of these, oh that's lovely. Might stick that in, maybe with our ships. We'll have trains in with our ships, so that can go in the postcard album. So I'll make a pile for postcard album postcards. Oh, so should these probably. That one's a bit gruesome, isn't it? They're quite new, but Venice, Australia. Oh, so that is the rest of my postcard collection. So I think they do fit really well in that plastic tub, so they probably should stay in there. But as I said, I think they need to go in their own separate bags. So this was, hang on, what have we got here more? Oh yeah, those were the American ones. They can just go in. So we've got like places or whatever here. Let's see how they fit. So as I said, a lot of these could go really nicely in journals, but if I'm ever looking for a postcard to alter as well, then I can pick from these ones because they're not so vintage and themed necessarily for other journals. I might put them in that way and then I can see them easier through the bag. And when I'm sure of what I've got, I will label them with something other than just postcard. So I'll just grab a couple more bags. So then we've got things which will probably need a bit more of a sort out, but for now things is good enough. Those ones have to be I think they're Oriental, not Indian or anything, so they can go over with the Oriental themed ones. Put them to the side. Get our container back up here. I think we'll just start putting them back in now. If they're going to fit now that I've put them into bags. Just. The other thing I could do if I wanted to is put them that way and then we're not squeezing them. That might be a better idea now that we've sort of got less because we've taken some out to put in our albums. So these are all the postcard booklets, and then we've got our horse ones here as well. Should go in animal, but there's too many of them to put in my albums. So they fit in there quite nicely. Then we've got our foodie ones, which are really cool. They can go in there, and our vintage ones can go in there for now because they will fit. Then we've got these make your own postcard ones. I have a plastic tub under my desk that has all various sizes of these Ziploc bags, and I try to reuse them as much as possible. Okay, so that fits quite nicely. What is this? Oh, they're those greeting cards which can go elsewhere. That is a greeting card as well. We've got these ones, but they're themes that I have got bits and pieces elsewhere for. Now, I've got to decide what else we're going to put back in here. Now, we had the bingo cards, but I know I've got bingo cards elsewhere in my ephemera, so they'll go elsewhere. We've got our plastic cards to use. They can go in with some of my tools somewhere. We've got the plane tickets, which used to go in here, but they're getting a bit big now unless I slip them to the back. So I think they'll go in with some other ephemera. But I think we will, because there's enough room, stick back in here library pockets. Will they fit? They'd have to go lying down. Yeah, they will. And our library cards. Just sit back there. And then will our little slips fit in? Again, they will if I squish things up, which I don't want to do. Hang on a minute, let's put them this way. That's better. So on the front it says postcards, library cards, ephemera. I'm going to take the ephemera off of here and just keep it as postcards and library cards. I'll stick my little ephemera label onto this bag, which means I can reuse it elsewhere. I have all this other stuff that I dragged out, but it is different sort of ephemera, and I think I will put it somewhere else. So the main aim for today was to sort out this, and I think I've done that pretty good. So I now know that these postcards are in big groups, and they're the newer and the more boring ones, other than the booklets. So we've got our booklets in there. I've got this big pile now, which I've got to go through and see if I can fit into the albums that we did the other day. So, but that'll be good because these are all train themed, so we'll keep them together. And the animals, and then a stack more sort of vintage travel photos that will go well with the other ones that we've got in there. Oh, just as I thought I had it fitting nicely, I remember I've got this like pile sitting up here. Hang on. So that's a photo. Some of these won't fit anyway, like they'd fit that way, but they can go in my big. See, where are they from? India. There's some books and that in here as well. Isn't that wood? Goodness me. Most of them are big ones though, so we'll put our big postcards in there. That one's quite tall. Is it gonna fit? Yep. Palm Beach. That can go in there. That's Australian wildflowers. That's right. That's quite big. I'm going to take these envelopes out because I have envelopes elsewhere. That's like a travel one. That's this botanical. That's a photo. Might just leave those in there. And what I might do is take the booklets out. We've got a fit of fairies in. Just tuck them down. Now that's fitting a lot nicer in there. Let's see what booklets we can fit in here. No, it'll fit. Yeah. Then we've got this old one, which I think we might stick in there. Oh, yay! I think I did it. averted the disaster. So let's see, does that shut just? Might put this really big one in the middle. Yeah, that fits. Okay, so we have our container with postcards. We've got library cards, pockets and sheets, and then we have this one with our books of postcards and oversized postcards. And then we've gotten out stuff that's not postcards, which is good. So I'll put the lid on that one. That fits that all very nicely. So this is how it looks now where my postcards are. A lot better than it did with that big pile of stuff on top of it. Still got a bit of work to do to put all the postcards in the albums and sort out the other little bits and pieces, but it's great to have that area simplified and know exactly what's in there for when I want to use them. So thanks for coming along with me. Hope you're getting some crafting or organisation done yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.